Morning, everybody. Have you ever awakened and said to yourself, I'd really like to have a manly breakfast today? Well, that's kind of the way I woke up. So I got the fire going, which I started with my flint and steel. After I went out and cut up the wood with my bearded hatchet, I got some water out of the nearby creek for the coffee. But the real goal is I want to try this out. A bomb. This is a trivet. The trivet, whatever you want to call it. Potato, you know. But what I've done is I've taken 3 horseshoes and I've welded them together. The horseshoes I got at Real King, best store ever. And what I've done also is I've used 3/8 pipe. This here is just galvanized, so that's all they had. But I also welded on the 3/8 pipe caps, and so that gives me my legs. The bonus of that is I can adjust the height rather than push it in the ground and try to lift it back up. I can get shorter pipes, longer pipes, put it in there, and there it is. So we're going to see this in action here in a little bit. I'm letting this fire get down to coals a little better. Right now I got some pretty good chunks of wood. I like to get a good bed of coals, that way it's an even heat and a lot more stable. I see a lot of people get a nice old blazing fire going and throw the food in, and they wonder why it sticks to the pan or why it has that burnt charred flavor. I think that could be it. So we're gonna get a good bed of coals, and then we'll jump right into it. So stick around. All right, so water in the pot. We're going to set that beside the fire. It's burning down pretty nice. Got a good bed of coals. So we'll go ahead and get that started. So we're making Cowboy Coffee today, and I already hear some of you out there saying, well, Gary, why don't you just get those little bags of coffee, like tea bags, and throw those in? Or why don't you just get a coffee filter and wrap it up and throw that in? Yeah, I could do that. I could also go watch that channel on YouTube about men wearing sundresses, and maybe watch that while I'm soaking my nails. Don't forget, man, this is man's breakfast. So we're just going to use the good old cup here. Now, this is not an ancient technique. Yeah, maybe it is. All right, so now we got the cup, we got the beans. Now the basis for Cowboy Coffee is that it's pretty rough. Now, how are you gonna get these beans crushed, you might ask? How about this? You see that? I've got my new bench out that I made in the last project too. I'm sitting on that actually. And oh, this is working good. I don't even have to push it that hard. Then normally you get a guy doing this at 5 o'clock in the morning while other people are still in their tent sleeping. It tends to bring out the anger in them, especially if you don't have something solid to set it on and you're just mashing beans. I love it. Alright, so we're getting these beans ground up, and we're going to throw them in the pot. We're going to put that over the coals, and we're going to have Cowboy Coffee when it's done. I have to keep looking at beans. We're about there. So let me get these finished ground, get the pot going, and we'll check back in and we'll get ready to cook something. How's that? Okay, coffee's at a good roll and boil. We're going to pull it off and let it set for a little bit, and coffee's going to be done. We're going to move on to cooking. This morning's menu consists of Spam and eggs with hot sauce. So that and black coffee, good to go. I have come to a problem that the coffee pot's pretty hot. It's been sitting on the open fire, and I didn't bring an oven mitt or a rag or anything pulled off. So bearded hatchet's going to come to my aid here. I've done this a couple times. Ta-da! Okay, that just goes to show you rags are a waste of time. All he needs is a good hatchet. So you can put that one in the books. That one's free. Also, the idea for this trivet, I can't take credit for that. I actually got it off of Rollins. What's his name? Tex Rollins. Got away from me. Also on YouTube. Does a great cooking show. You guys ought to check it out. Open Fire. He's a cowboy. He had this idea. He didn't have the removable legs. It was a solid legs, but I did take that basic idea and I revamped it for my own purpose. So, thanks Tex Rollins. You're my hero. Okay, so here's this. Been waiting quite a while for a good cup of coffee. The skillet that I'm using is a Lodge. This actually came pre-seasoned. I bought it like that. And it's got the longer handle on it. It's not cast iron, it's steel, which makes it real handy. A little lighter than cast iron. So while that's cooking, I'm just going to enjoy this cup of coffee and finish watching the sun come up and enjoying the start of this day. Whew, that's good. That first sip of coffee in the morning, best thing ever. Just wanted to say also, thank you Hormel for the Spam singles. These things are awesome. You don't have to eat an entire pound of meat from one meal. Got it in, it's getting cooked and brown, and then we're moving on. This is really getting pretty exciting now. Yeah, so this is the Lodge skillet I was talking about. It's got the extra long handle. Sides are high enough I can make a soup in there, or I can fry in it. Today this is going to serve as my dinner plate / skillet. Pretty nice. And the handle doesn't get that warm for where it's been. So that's the trivet, and as you can see it works out pretty nicely. I can keep that coffee pot on there now to keep it warm. I put 2 logs here on the side. I don't know if you can see them or not. But just kind of banked that heat in a little better, and that's all the fire I had to use. So I think it's about time for breakfast myself. So the bench works great. I can set the skillet / plate right on there and eat. Both hands are free. I can do jazz hands while I'm eating breakfast. That makes it pretty nice. So stick around. I want to add 3 onions and peppers in with the skillet, just because I had them and I could. So we can dig off a piece here. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. The butter's the key. I fully encourage that. It's not a man breakfast without butter. I think that's going to do it. I fully encourage you to make a trivet. Removable legs, it packs away real easy. I was going to use it on a 2-day trip. I may not. Depends on how many meals I'm going to cook on it. But if it's a, I don't know, a weekend, 3-day, 4-day trip, I definitely would use that. The rendezvous, the reenactment, definitely use that. It's a lot more stable than sitting on rocks and logs, and it's user friendly. What can I say? So I'm gonna go ahead and eat this breakfast. I'm Gary, Spoon with Nature. Thank you for watching. You guys still here? You're getting a little weird here. Once you leave, you don't have to keep watching this. I'm just going to eat my breakfast. Nothing major. Might get a cup of coffee. That's it. So, go ahead and leave now. Just switch it over. It's not hard. Baby steps. Just reach for the button and move on. You don't have to keep watching this. But you probably still are. Alright. I want to eat my breakfast, so I'm going to have to turn the camera off, I guess.